Alright, what is up, you guys? I am here with a ranking of every WWE DVD of 2019. This is non-pay-per-view. I will be doing a pay-per-view ranking for 2019 after TLC, so stay tuned for that. But here we have 11 releases, and then 2 I don't have, which we will get to that then. But number technically 12, dead last, and what I consider to be the worst DVD of 2019, we have the Smackdown 20th anniversary set. It's a shame. It has great artwork and everything. That's not why I'm knocking it. It's a list of repeats. It skips a good amount of years. Like, we go from, 2011 all the way to 2017. For no reason. So you have nothing in between there. There's no new documentary, no really any special features. And if you have any of the other Smackdown releases, you're most likely going to have 95% of the content on here. So it was just disappointing. Like I said, the artwork's great and everything, but it's not one that you need for your collection. And then next up we have the best pay-per-view matches of 2018. And, you can't really rank this one too high anyway because it's all repeats. No insert. This was before they were doing the inserts again. So, it's like a highlight reel of pay-per-view matches for 2018. So, if you have the pay-per-view releases, there's really no point in getting this, unfortunately. It has some decent content. You have some stuff from WrestleMania, which is cool because I was there. SummerSlam, I was also there. So it's cool to have little highlights like that. But, it's mainly a best of collection, really nothing else. And then next up we have the 2 I don't have, the Paige and Becky Lynch Iconic Matches sets. They're one-disc releases, not really too much to them. They were released out of the country, like UK and stuff. I do plan on getting my hands on those eventually, but I just didn't get them. And, they have some decent matches on them, but, they're the Iconic Matches DVDs, so there's really not much to them already. Next up, we have the Best of 24 2019. Obviously you have the 24 episodes. You have the Becky Lynch, you have the Year of Ronda Rousey, the Kofi Kingston, and then the WrestleMania New Orleans. It's cool to have these 4 episodes. One thing that does kind of bring it down is the special features, which are the matches, which have already been released. You get WrestleMania 35 matches, and you also get WrestleMania 34, and then Survivor Series 2018 matches. It's really just kind of a letdown because of the pay-per-view DVDs that we've already gotten. It's similar to the best pay-per-view matches, so the special features on here are repeats. But, if you don't collect the pay-per-views, then, this is a little better for you. Next up, we have the Best of Raw and SmackDown Live 2018. Great cover. I always really like that. And, it's a staple that we get every year. Well, not next year, unfortunately. But, I always like this, because I don't watch Raw and SmackDown. So it's cool to have little highlights like this to, just kind of go back and relive. And let's see, this is still when we had the 3-disc sets. So you have around 9 hours of content. And you have some really good stuff on here. You have, AJ Styles and John Cena. You have, let's see, Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. And, you have some really good stuff on here. Nakamura and Jeff Hardy. And then you have, it's mainly matches, which is good. So, yeah, it's definitely really good. So this is one I would definitely recommend picking up, especially if you're like me and you choose not to watch Raw and SmackDown every week. So, this is a set I will miss for sure going into 2020. Next up, we have John Cena, Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect. This is basically a highlight of his later career. So, matches with Rusev, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Nakamura, and many more. So, yeah, this is really good stuff from him. I always really liked his later career a lot. So you kind of get just some highlights spanning from 2015 all the way to 2019. So, some repeats on here, obviously, but I'm glad they did this. I always liked John Cena, and to have his later career when he's kind of putting over young talent and having really good quality matches. So, really good release there. Next we have Trish and Lita, Best Friends, Better Rivals. This was kind of a surprise release. Not many people were really expecting this to ever really come to light. And it was kind of a strange release, but at the end of the day, I think it really worked. And it was really cool they did an autograph run. I know Wrestling Rampage, they got their hands on one. I wanted to. I regret not getting it, but it is what it is. So, yeah, you have both their Hall of Fame ceremonies. You have matches together, matches separate. You have matches with them as a tag team. So, it's a really good showcase on their rivalry and both of their careers individually. So, yeah, this is a really nice set. Next up, we're in our top 5. The Andre the Giant HBO documentary. So, the thing about this one is it's a phenomenal documentary. But in terms of special features, it's all repeats. And it's only a 1-disc set. This easily could have been number 1. But unfortunately, it's not that they dropped the ball. I think it's more that, in correspondence with HBO here, they want to cater to kind of just a regular audience. So they put more of his bigger matches on here, which is understandable. Like we get WrestleMania 3 with Hulk Hogan, which has been released countless times now. But when you have an Andre the Giant documentary, you're going to want to showcase his bigger matches. So I just think it would have been cool maybe to add a second and third disc to showcase more matches, but it's still a really good documentary. One of my favorite wrestling documentaries for sure. Next up we have Finn Balor for Everyone. Really cool cover there. And this is basically showcasing his career in NXT all the way up to 2019 now. So yeah, it spans from 2015 to 2019. You have some demon matches on here, which I know will appeal to a lot of people. We do have some repeats. So, and you also have some stuff that haven't been released. So, you have the NXT live event when he faced Samoa Joe. That's really cool to have. You have matches with Roman Reigns. You have when he won the Universal title at SummerSlam. TLC 2017 against AJ Styles. And just some, Raw and Smackdown stuff too, which haven't been released. So, this is a good DVD. It would have been cool to have a documentary, but obviously in 2019 we saw away with documentaries, unfortunately. So, top 3. We have NXT Takeover 2018. This is a really good compilation set. And I have my Mauro Ranallo autograph in there now too. This is the only WWE DVD that I am visible in, because I was 3rd row at Brooklyn 4. So it's cool to have this, knowing I'm in there. But yeah, it may be a compilation set, but you can't deny the quality of these matches. I would have rather an anthology just featuring all the events, but 2-disc set, it's great stuff. You know, you have, let's see, you have stuff from TakeOver Philly, New Orleans, Chicago, Brooklyn, and then War Games, and you get a decent chunk of each pay-per-view. Like Brooklyn 4, I think there were 4 matches, but you get 3 out of 4 on here. And War Games, you get 3. You know, Philadelphia, you get 2. You only get 1 from New Orleans, and then 2 from Chicago. But still, I think if you added a 3rd disc, you honestly just could have put all the pay-per-views on here somehow. But, you know, still just a great compilation. And then number 2, we have The Miz, A-list superstar. You know, I put this so high because I feel like The Miz always deserved a DVD, and I'm really glad we got one before we did away with non-pay-per-view DVDs. So, you know, you have kind of the gimmick, you have a supporting cast, which is obviously his opponents. This is a 2-disc set, unfortunately. No documentary, but we do get, you know, a compilation of his career. So that's good enough at this time period in 2019. I'm just glad we got one. So yeah, you know, just, it's all gimmicked up, as you can see, just Miz style. And I'm a huge fan of The Miz. And this is one I'd love to get autographed one day, personally. But, you know, it's awesome, no pun intended, to see The Miz get his own DVD, finally. And there's some good stuff on there. You know, you have matches with John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, The Rock, Dolph Ziggler. You know, just some really good stuff on there. And then finally, number 1, I don't think you can argue against this. Roddy Piper's unreleased matches. So this is probably the final of the unreleased series that we're getting. But I'm a huge Roddy Piper fan. So I was geeking out when I heard this was coming out. And it may be a 2-disc set, but we have a lot of content, as you can see there. You have a bunch of unreleased Piper's Pit segments. We have commercials. We have, of course, matches, interviews, promos. This is literally perfect if you're a Roddy Piper fan. Like, this is one of those DVDs I would say is perfect. You know, it would have been cool to have, obviously, the 3-disc treatment. But once again, in 2019, what do you really expect? So I'm just glad we got an unreleased Roddy Piper set. And if there was one person that I would want to have the last one, it'd be him. So you can't deny that this is number 1. You know, it's all new content, and you can't go wrong with that. So let me know your ranking down below of what you think the best and worst would be. So I'm probably going to do 2 more videos on this, showcasing, you know, just the best of and the worst of 2019 for DVDs, just to kind of go into more detail, because this obviously wasn't too highly detailed of a ranking. So, you know, I can showcase the best and the worst, so I'll do those eventually. But let me know your rankings down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the DVD Freak. Peace out.